What is up, traders? This is Munya and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I have another strategy that I wanted to share with you guys. It's called the NFP strategy. So I realize most of you may not be able to trade NFP or never had the opportunity to learn how to trade NFP. So if you're new to this channel, I recently started a couple of series of explanatory videos on this channel whereby I help you guys go through books that we might find strategies, right? So I realize there are a lot of books and people may not get time to read all of them and identify the strategies and implement them. So I decided to make short videos which are very much explanatory and very straight to the point on the strategies that the book is trying to bring out, right? So if you haven't already, kindly click the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you are notified each and every time I post a video so that you don't miss anything that we do here, right? So today I'm gonna do a book review on learn how to trade NFP, right? So if you don't know what NFP is, don't worry about it, because this book is also going to explain to you what NFP is, and you can actually be able to trade this Friday, because this week is NFP week, right? So let's get right into it. So the book starts off by explaining what NFP is, and NFP of course is an abbreviation for non-farm payroll, right? So the book says the non-farm payroll figure is a key economic indicator for the United States economy. It represents the number of jobs added, excluding farm employees, government employees, private household employees, and employees from non-profit organizations, right? So NFP release creates volatility in the forex market. So obviously for you to be an NFP trader, you must be understanding fundamentals, and fundamentals will learn that news events drive the market, right? If something bad is released, or bad news if it's released, the market is going to respond to that bad news, right? Investors are going to start moving up money and stuff like that. So NFP is also another thing that creates volatility, because as from the definition, you are able to see how the US economy is performing, and therefore investors are making decisions, thereby creating volatility in the forex market, right? So NFP measures the net change in employment jobs. Forex traders use an economic calendar to prepare for the NFP release. I think you meant to say forex traders. And the currency pair is mostly directly affected by NFP release are the major currencies that are traded against USD. So we have Euro USD, we have Pound USD, we have NZD USD, we have AUD USD, we have USD CAD, we have USD CHF, we have USD JPY, and then we have gold. So these are the pairs that you are able to make trades, or you are able to use for this strategy, right? So these currency pairs are where you will see the purest reactive response from the NFP release, and where the best opportunity arise for trading NFP. I'm sure most of you guys didn't know that these are the pairs that you must mostly look at when trading NFP, right? By the way, I just have to put this disclaimer: I'm not a financial advisor. Do not listen to what I say. This is, I don't know, BS maybe. But I'm just trying to help you guys. So let's get right into it. So of these pairs, it is difficult to see the biggest impact in Euro USD and USD JPY. So the book goes on to explain what you'll be seeing when the news has been released. So you can actually read this, you can pause the video and read this so that you understand. But maybe let's go together. There are parts of the news released for each NFP day. Number one, NFP number one, how many new jobs have been created or lost. So that's the major news release that you get. You get to see how many people have been employed The last one, I think we got about 2 million jobs. And the second thing is the unemployment rate and the overall employment rate. So that's self-explanatory. And then the hourly wages and how many workers are earning on average. So you'll get that from this. So maybe for you to get this type of news, you might be wondering where do I get them? Where do I get to see these events? So I personally use my FX book. It's an application that you can download on Google Play, on Google Play Store and on Apple Store. So totally free, and you can get these updates in time if you have internet access, and obviously if you're a trader you should have. So you can get these updates in time. You just search for my FX book, or it will lead you to FX calendar, and you'll be able to see all the news releases that happen, right? So if you're a fundamental trader, I'm sure you already have this application installed in your phone, my FX book, on Play Store and Apple Store. It's available, right? So let's jump into the requirements for the strategy. It requires you to open a broker with a leverage of 1:500 and above. So anything 500 and above is good. That basically means $1 in your account represents $500, right? It has to be an ENC broker. If you don't know what an ENC broker, just Google about it. So simple. Zero spread, zero swap fee broker. I think I'll list a couple of brokers that have zero spread and zero swap fee, but there are a lot of them. Ability to execute fast, that is, you probably need stable internet connection, right? That is what it basically means. So the strategy now, it says every single time with NFP on gold and USD. So you are working with gold and Euro USD. There were so many typographical errors on this book because it says Euro UD, suppose Euro USD. Wait for NFP Act, that is basically the news. Then when you see that there is something to reject, take the trade in the opposite direction of the release. Okay, so guys, you need to pay attention to this. Basically what you're going to do is you wait for the news release, you wait for the market to react. So let's say there have been a lot of jobs lost, right? And there is negative NFP, and then everything is selling, right? So you wait for the candlesticks to move and sell, and then you actually jump in on the buy as the market corrects itself, right? So meaning that NFP is a sell, you take a buy and gain on the rejection. I hope you understood it. So once the news is released and it's negative and the market is selling, the market is going to push, it's going to drop up to a certain point, and then you start to see wicks. I don't know if you're familiar about candlesticks, you know what a wick is, right? You start to see wick. The moment you start to see the wicks, it means price is now correcting, NFP is over, people are moving on, right? The market has already responded, so you are now trading against the news. Sorry about that. So this strategy makes you gain on the rejection of NFP because it's always rejecting. So there is always a rejection in the market, because remember, this is almost abstract. That is, it happens in a few minutes. The market needs to correct. Remember, price has to be correct. The currency reflects what the economy is doing. Sorry about that. The currency resembles what the economy is doing. So you can't have the market to be dropping to zero, because it is necessarily not possible that that economy is at zero, right? So there will be a rejection, and then that's when you maximize on it. It says the strategy is 99% accurate. Okay, this is just a fun fact, but not that much. Can't say that, But yeah, 9 out of 10 times the market will always have to reject those kind of tips. So risk management is one of the most important things, because people, I don't know who taught people how to trade NFP. I've seen crazy things. I've seen people wiping their account, maybe, but usually it's when they try to trade the actual result of the NFP instead of the rejections, which I'm talking about here. So it says risk managing is one of the most important topics you will ever read about, blah blah blah. Why is it important? Blah blah blah. Potential losses, you have to understand all that. So the book then talks about gambling and stuff like that. But basically, on the what do you call this? On the rejections, you are really not gambling and you are really not risking much, because it's different from the guy who's trying to catch the NFP news by itself. That guy is gonna use a big lot size and stuff like that, but you just gonna simply trade properly and to the rejections. Just like your normal trading, you are not going to size up in lot sizes. You're not going to do anything ridiculous, right? You're just going to be trading the normal way you would trade a rejection on a normal day, because you're not trading actual news. The guy who's trading the fundamentals now is the one who puts those big losses and those big lot sizes to size up their positions and maximize profits. But you are just trading the rejection, right? So yeah, this is it, guys. As simple as that. Leverage 1:500 and above. I have heard many people saying leverage is a bad thing, it's a double-edged sword, blah blah blah. No, use the maximum leverage. Use the maximum leverage possible. It's not a double-edged sword, whatever people say it is, and you should be able to be using it to your advantage, right? And a ECN broker. So an ECN broker is basically the one that uses what do you call this? ECN is short for electronic communications networks. So it basically gives you direct access to the market, and then zero spread and swap free brokers. There's so many of them. There's I think XM is zero spread, FXTM is zero spread, but I'm not here to endorse these brokers, so I'm not going to mention all of them. You just have to find them on your own, right? Okay, so that is it for this week. Have a good NFP, and until next time.